it's so important. And as I've heard tell, it isn't always defining what and who you're trying to work with, but it certainly tells you who to say no to. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. If you bring in the people that aren't ideal clients and bring them in your funnel and spend time and energy working, trying to convince them
Right.
whatever you're trying to sell them, your product or service, you're just you're just wasting time. At the end of the day, if when they come in, they should be educated on how your product or service is already going to help them. And ultimately, the decision they're making is your product or service the perfect product or service to solve their problem? Because none of us live in a monopoly where we're the only product or service in our world. So if you educate them and dig in and really figure it out, and then you hand that off to the salesperson, and then they have a proper process to answer their questions, to dive deeper into what their pains are, and making sure that it is the perfect product or service too. Because you don't want to have a client that you're not the perfect product or service for either, because they become bad clients. Because now you're like rearranging something or making something different and duct taping something together just so you can work with that one person. We all do that when we start a business because we need the sale. But once you get rolling and smooth sailing, you shouldn't be doing that.
You have to draw that line. Your team, everyone around you needs to be aligned, and marketing certainly needs to understand from a sales perspective where that line is. Because yeah, like you said, and I use that upstream downstream analogy a lot, and that problem customer that you're bringing in out of desperation, or you're being nice. You caught me in a good mood. Boy, there's fatal words. Let's do this. But yeah, you're going to have problems downstream. And this is hard to see, is that, well, it's easy money. They're already a client now, right? What is it hurting? It's hurting everything, and I like to lean into analogies. And maybe we just stick with that stream, is that, you brought something in, and you're a small business. It's a small stream. It's not very wide, but you let something in that is going to limit the other things from floating down that little mini river. Well, now it's in the way. And it's hard to wrap your head around that, because you're thinking, well, the more that gets through there, the better, right? No, because there's things that happen downstream from an operational way that if it was not an ideal customer, which you continually redefine based on how easy it was to service them, and firing clients can be liberating because it frees up that damage and that muck and that machinery that's, I'm mixing all kinds of metaphors here, but everything is just a mess. You want it to be smooth flowing, right?